Good afternoon. Welcome to the Heritage Board Committee meeting for September 29th. I'm going to call our meeting to order. Deputy Mayor Yankoff is online, as is Councillor Beck. So I'm going to sit in and chair for her this afternoon. So I'll call the meeting to order. Are there any declarations of conflict of interest? Not seeing any. I need someone to approve our agenda, and I know you wanted to switch the order, Your Worship.
Madam Chair, we have a group of young students from Ajibitsu, Japan, and they're out in the foyer, and there's a reception at 5 o'clock. So could I ask to move 6B to 6A, and A becomes B, and B becomes A?
Does anyone have any issue with that? No? Okay, yep. So we will approve the agenda with the subsection B, 85 Euston Street being the first report tonight, and we'll move 400 St. Peter's Road to the second one.
Thank
So
you.
can I have someone approve our agenda in that order? Moved by Sharon, seconded by Simon. All those in favor? Deputy Mayor and Councillor Beck?
In favor.
Good for me.
Thank you. I need someone to adopt our minutes, approval of meeting minutes from August 25th, 2025. Do I have someone to move that? Moved by Tara, seconded by Simon. All those in favor?
In favor.
Thank you. Right into any business arising from those minutes. Not seeing any, so we'll move right into report, and we will start. I believe, Todd, we have a presentation here from someone. I'll turn it over to you.
Sure, yeah. I'll just give a brief introduction, and then Faye El-Haj from Artworks will give greater detail and a bit of the landscaping plan. So we have a major rehabilitation of the former Irving Station at 85 Euston Street. It's intended to return the structure to its original configuration with new exterior cladding, roofing, windows, and doors to match the originals, and a new addition is proposed to the west end. As this project it has an addition that's greater than 10% of the building's original footprint, it's called a substantive application as per section 4.25 of the Heritage Bylaw. And as such, Heritage Board will make a recommendation to Council for Council's disposition on the application. The property is located on the northwest corner of the intersection at Queen and Euston Streets, just outside of, but right at the entrance to the 500 lot area. It's believed to be a circa 1930s building designed by Samuel Roy, who did a number of the Irving stations at that time. It's a rare remaining example of a turreted gas station in the Maritimes, and it's the only known example left in PEI. It's influenced by the Queen Anne Revival style. The Irving turreted filling stations were traditionally white with red trim, featured the Irving logo, had 2 service bays, a gable roof, and a distinctive corner tower. And this building has retained those distinctive features. The proposed rehabilitation will involve the heritage-sensitive, selective removal of non-contributing or deteriorated elements to allow for structural reinforcement and repairs. Work includes the restitution or replacement of the exterior stucco cladding, trims and roofing, replacement of windows and doors with aluminum-clad units to match the historic style and opening sizes. The chimney will be rebuilt to replicate the existing but will not function as a chimney. And the original garage door openings are to be replaced with simulated garage doors, custom-made from PVC panels to replicate the original door and panel sizes. The approximately 25-foot by 26-foot new addition is set back about 2 feet from the front facade of the main building, and the addition's to be clad in a combination of black vertical metal cladding and a Nordic oak batten system. The new addition will accommodate office and storage space, while the original structure will accommodate a flex space to host groups and/or events. And the historic details such as molding profiles, the weather vane, and appropriate lighting fixtures are to be reinstalled in original locations. So it's recommended that Heritage Board recommend to council to approve the application for the rehabilitation of and a new addition to 85 Houston Street. And I'll just have Faye explain further a little bit.
Thank you. Faye, welcome.
She'll switch it over.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Faye El Haj, architect with Artwork Studio. It's my privilege to be here today to present for you our approach to preserving and revitalizing this important heritage building. Be this. Okay. So the scope of work and the project consists, as Todd said before, it's a heritage renovation and upgrades, plus a new addition. Plus, we have worked also on the site enhancement for the 85 Houston. We've been stick to respect heritage character, improve function, meet new code, and accessibility standards. The 85 Houston project has a cultural significance. It has been designed by architect Samuel Roy, an Acadian architect, that he has designed also many of the Irving stations around Canada. And this is an example of an Irving station in the Acadian village, in the historic in Village Historique Acadien in New Brunswick. It was designed by Roy in 1939 near the Chateau Albert. And these are examples too of Irving stations. And what's common between all these stations that they have the flat roof above the two bays, the gable roof, and the tower in the corner. This is the Acadian village, the Irving station, how it was, and it was restored and renovated in 2005 in New Brunswick. And we've conducted a site visit to the Village Historique Acadien to see how did they renovate the Irving station. We examined the details, the finishes, the colors that they used. These are some few interior pictures, some extra details with the lighting. The trim details where they kept the chimney too. And we actually took some samples from there to see what they used for shingles to match the color that it has been restored. For the Irving Station 85 Houston, and for most of the Irving Station, they use the color palette red and white, and two service bays, a gable roof, and a distinctive corner tower. The red trim was later painted green, and the logo of Irving has been removed, and the two pumps has been removed in 2008 too. These are the character-defining elements of 85 Houston. It's what define the Irving Station is the overall single-story massing of the building, the gable roof with gable dormer, the size and shapes and placement of the distinctive corner tower, the two service bays with the flat roof. There has
Hi,
been
folks. I don't mean to
also-
interrupt. But the slideshow is not up on the screen, so I'm not seeing anything. If I'm supposed to be seeing something, it's not on the screen.
Is the tech guy available? They were paid. Just hang on, Deputy Mayor. They're just checking with IT. Are you on Google Meet, Deputy Mayor?
No, I'm on Teams and I'm seeing the inside of the chamber. Usually the chamber will switch to the slideshow, but it hasn't. But I can guarantee you I'm on Teams. I can see it now.
We can't. Oh, there we are.
Oh.
Okay, perfect. Everybody's seeing it. Sorry for the delay. Thank you very much for your help. And I'm
Are we
sorry
able to
about,
back up? Are we able to back up a bit? She doesn't have to go through the whole thing, but I know I was frantically here just trying to figure out why I wasn't seeing it, thinking it was a problem on my end, but it really wasn't. I'm just wondering if we could just go back a little bit, if that's okay.
you can probably start there just to show the insides, yeah.
Yeah. So these are the elevations of the Acadian village in New Brunswick for the Irving Station. It's been renovated there in 2005. Some interior pictures, exteriors details with the windows, trim, doors, asphalt shingle details. And this is the Irving Station that it is on Houston Street. We were going through the defining elements of 85 Houston. Some of the defining elements are the three lights above the base, the size and placement of the windows and the doors, and also the decorative weather vane with the letter N at the top of the tower, the decorative band running across the tower and the dormer painted to match the trim of the gable, and the brick chimney. This is the existing conditions. So we have deteriorated trim and windows. The facade is largely intact but weathered, and some areas need to be structurally reinforced too. So this is the existing 85 Houston, and on the right, it's the proposed 85 renovation building. It's not sliding, not changing. Oh. So what we did that we preserved the character-defining elements that I mentioned before. We used asphalt shingle to match the original red palette. The windows, custom-clad wood windows replicating historic profile, divided light configuration matching original proportions, heritage-style entry doors with transom, upgraded for accessibility and energy performance. The color palette used is the heritage one, the red and the white. We used PVC trim instead of the wood for durability and low maintenance, but the details will imitate the original wood profile. The corner boards, window surrounds, and eave molding are restored or replicated. The existing chimney is retained and rebuilt using veneer. There was an accessibility upgrade to have barrier-free washroom, tactile wayfinding, and barrier-free entrances. The building is energy efficient. We used insulated wall and roof assembly and energy efficient glazing to meet the net zero ready goals for the project. So this project does not consist of existing building, and in addition to the building, we also worked on the site to have this building welcoming for the community, to have a public access to the building, to add a value to downtown Charlottetown, because we know the importance of this building for the community. And we wanted to ensure continuous use to it. So as you can see, there is a gardens, seating areas, public bike shares. Also, there is private bike shares, rain gardens in here, seating areas, open lawn in the left side, and also accessible parking with future EV charging. We had a sensitive integration of the new addition. This new addition respects in scale and massing the existing 85 Houston Street project. It is a small addition, 59 square meter, single story, and it is below original roof line, and this was intentional to keep the heritage station remains dominant. The corniche aligned with the existing sympathetic roof pitch continuity while distinguishes old vs new. The vertical panels introduce a crisp modern rhythm contrasting the station's strong horizontality. The dark metal panels distinguish the addition from the lighter heritage station, reinforcing dialogue between eras. Vertical panel divisions echo original mountains, compatible but not imitative. The panels also provide solar protection, reduce cooling loads, and support the project net zero goals. Finally, this project is about finding the right balance between preserving the past and building for the future. With your support, we're confident that this project will continue to serve the community, both as a heritage landmark and as a functional, revitalized building. Thank you so much, and I look forward for your feedback.
Thank you very much for your presentation. We appreciate that. I'm going to open it up for some questions. Is there anybody who has questions on the board or online? Tara, go ahead.
Chair, my question is, it's very contemporary, the addition that you've put on the building, and I understand the philosophy behind it, but I'm wondering if there's a way to blend it a little bit more. It's quite stark in compared to sort of the charm of the original station. I will say I'm very excited about everything else about the project, the landscaping, what you're doing with the building, and I think it's been long overdue. But that was my only question. Is there a way that the addition could blend a little more to the building? I find it's dramatic, the contrast, and you may have been going for that, but I'm not sure is it necessary is my question.
Whenever we did the study for the Irving Station, so basically what it's characterized and unified all the Irving Station were the two bays, the flat roof, the gable roof, and the tower station. Whenever we want to blend or put an addition, it will be not, the Irving Station will not be dominant anymore, even in having colors to be matching. So intentionally we had it to have it as a contrast between old vs the new. So this was the intention from it. Thank you.
Yes, go ahead.
What will that addition part be used for? From the pictures, it looks like it's an open concept outdoors, like or is that closed in?
So this will be office spaces for the city.
So those wooden in the front, I thought that looked like open.
It's all glass.
It's all glass.
Okay, you can
Yeah.
see. Okay, it's quite a contrast.
Are there any other questions, Your Worship?
I just wanted to ask, in the original concept that was designed by Nine Yards, because it's a south-facing structure, that there would be, they installed solar panels. I don't see them there. Is that something you just did not include at this point, or is that to be added later?
Yeah, this is to be added, but we account for it for the future. So they will be on the side of the new addition, and it will be, it might be also on the site. So this is to be added later, but we have accounted in the design for the solar panels.
And there was also outdoor picnic tables with panels that were over the top that were also solar panels. The objective was to make it a net zero structure. I know it's going to be net zero ready. My house is net zero ready if I want to put a lot of money into solar panels and geothermal and so forth. But is that, like, I don't see that in the design of the exterior.
If it's in the landscape, it's not shown for now, but if it's required, we could have it.
Okay. So, Madam Chair, I know there was discussion about a need for public input, public consultation, but this issue or this structure has been, as Tara was saying, been talked about for a long time, not only on social media, but in traditional media. And now we've come to a point where we can say that we're going to get over the finish line when this goes to tender, hopefully in the very near future. And there are a lot of contributing partners to it. I know Aaron Hansen is out there from Charlottetown Area Development Corporation. They've come in as managing partners. That is to manage the project from where we are now until we open the doors. Innovation PEI has stepped up, ACOA stepped up, and the big contributor, of course, was Urban Energy in providing what we have in terms of land and structure. And then we have to also thank, the coordinating committee that started, I think it started back in October 14th, 2021. So this project has been 4 years in the workings, in progressing. Along the way, we've had some issues, but we're coming down to the final stretch. And Michael O'Grady was brought in as a consultant and worked with a volunteer committee of Jerry Moore, who worked with Urban Oil for 24 years. Kim Devine, who sat on this council. And then we also have our council, this council and the last council that were part of the discussions and keeping it very confidential. Sometimes it's very hard to keep, information confidential, but we had great plumbers here. We covered up every leak. And it went through 3 CAOs, starting with Peter Kelly, Donna Waddell, and Eller Muhammad. So a lot of people to thank. So I'm just hoping that we can keep it moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Worship. Are there any other questions on the report in front of us this evening or in the presentation we saw? So I understand we have to.
Chair?
Oh, yes, go ahead.
I just really wanted to echo his worship, and this is an exciting project that is, slowly coming to the finish line, and understanding some of the other comments about maybe it doesn't quite reflect the addition true heritage, but I think that the design, in my opinion, really blends the two together. And so I'm looking forward to moving this on to council. So if you need a resolution, I will accept staff's recommendation.
That's where we were just going to get. So it's been moved by Deputy Mayor Yankoff, Chair of Planning, to accept staff's recommendation, seconded by Sharon. Is there any questions on the resolution? I will now call the vote. All in favor of moving this forward to council? And Deputy Mayor's in favor, so that's unanimous. Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Thank you, everyone. And thank you for your presentation.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay,
Excited.
so we have one more item on our agenda this evening. This, this is an application regarding Hertz Hall. This was an application that was deferred by council with an RFP that was going out to do some exterior renovation to ensure that, first of all, to determine if it was actually a heritage building, and if so, to ensure that we were following kind of the rules of heritage, and it's in front of us tonight, and Todd is here to present, as well as our Manager of Public Works, Albert, if there's any questions. So Todd, I'll turn it over to you.
Sure, so it is a designated building, and really, all that was missing was approval to install a door on the side here. So they want to add a fire egress door on the north side, as well as replacing the windows within the existing openings. Harts Hall is a Carpenter Gothic-inspired, wood-framed former community hall. It was built by Lieutenant Governor Frank Harts as a community hall in the 1920s, which was then given to the community of East Royalty and remains under the ownership of the city of Charlottetown. So it's located near the southwest corner of the intersection of St. Peter's Road and Robertson Road. With the recent expansion of St. Peter's Road, the rotation and relocation of this building was approved in 2023. And the original location is shown in the aerial photo. It would be this dark spot right here, and then where it is now is the pink section. We approved moving it over away from the highway. So with the addition of a new foundation and a usable basement level, an additional egress is required by building code from the lower level. And it's proposed to add a fire door on the north side of the building. The door is proposed to be a flat panel door to minimize its appearance. So in plan, it would just be right here at the top of the stairs. And right here on the end. The proposed exterior renovations involve recladding with new siding to match the existing, replacement of wood trims, new roof, new gutters, etc. In addition, all windows are proposed to be replaced to match the original profiles in the existing openings with fiberglass and wood windows. It's suggested the proposed renovations do not impair the essential form or character defining elements of the property, but rather help to maintain its viability. And the Planning and Heritage Department recommends Heritage Board approve the application.
Okay, and I know Deputy Mayor was hoping to get the screen back up. What I can tell you, Deputy Mayor, it's pretty much the same pictures we've seen. They're just proposing a door. Basic.
Yep, gotcha.
Madam Chair.
I don't know where I can ask a question, but who's ever first in the queue, I'll ask my question whenever it's my turn.
I'll get right to you in a moment. Tara, you're up first.
Sorry. Madam Chair, I'm delighted to see the progress on this building. I understand the requirement for the door, and I have no difficulty with it. It's going to be blended to disappear as much as possible, and I would so move that the application be accepted.
Okay, I'm going to switch to the Deputy Mayor for a moment for your question. Go ahead, Alana.
Thank you. Just wondering, I've no issue with supporting the heritage recommendation, recognizing that the heritage renovations and the renovations that were outlined meet and adhere to the existing heritage bylaw. I'm just wondering, are we approving yet the RFP that we deferred, or is this just really covering off the heritage component of it, and then we still need to go back to the deferral at our next monthly meeting of council to discuss the cost? I'm just looking for clarification is all.
And Albert's given me nods, yes and no. So this is the heritage that we are discussing tonight. The RFP will return to council for further discussion under the Public Works ask.
So just to follow up, So I guess this will be a question I ask, probably it has to go back to maybe to Public Works first, I don't know. But we'll probably want to make sure we cover off, is the price, is the RFP still going to be with that same price or not? But I guess that's not really a heritage discussion today. Is that correct, Chair?
That would be correct, and that will be presented at the next council meeting under Public Works. Are you okay now? Do you have any more questions on this one?
Nope, that is the only questions that I had. So I can certainly move this on to council.
Tara's moved. Will you second it?
Yep, I will second it, yes.
Moved by Tara, seconded by Deputy Mayor to move this on to council for approval. Are there any questions?
Just to clarify, so the deferral was to verify if it was heritage. We've discovered and we know it's heritage. So does that mean it goes back to the Public Works Standing Committee? Yeah, no, I was in the other room,
It's going to, it doesn't have to go back to standing committee. I think it's just going to come right to council, your worship,
which could be it'll be on
in
Wednesdays?
2 weeks. Yep,
Okay,
yep.
thank you very much.
Sorry, I wasn't being smart.
No,
I just
no,
thought
no,
we
no, I
should-
was just-
I was like, I know I'm tired, but I think we just had those
Went
exact
very
questions.
quickly, that's great. Thank you.
Yep, so it's been moved and seconded. Any other questions? So I'll call the vote. All those in favor to move this ahead? Deputy Mayor?
In favor.
So it's a unanimous decision. Is there any introduction of new business for the Heritage Board today? We'll see none, so I'll have someone to motion to adjourn. Moved, seconded by Kenny. I'm sure we're all in favor. Everybody have a lovely night. Thank you.